It was supposed to be a routine dive. Sarah had been working for years as a marine biologist, and she was no stranger to exploring the depths of the ocean. But there was something different about this dive, something that made her feel uneasy. As she descended deeper into the water, the darkness became more intense. The only light came from her dive lamp, casting an eerie glow on the surrounding water. She kept a tight grip on her equipment, focusing on her breathing and trying to ignore the feeling of dread in the pit of her stomach. Suddenly, she heard a faint whisper in her ear. She turned around, but there was no one there. The only sound was the rush of water around her. She shook her head, chalking it up to her imagination playing tricks on her. But as she continued her descent, the whispers grew louder. It was as if someone was speaking directly into her ear, but when she turned around, there was no one there. Her heart raced as she began to feel like she was being watched. Then she saw it. A shadowy figure lurking in the distance. She couldn't make out what it was, but she knew it wasn't natural. It moved like nothing she had ever seen before, gliding through the water with an otherworldly grace. Sarah felt a cold sweat break out on her skin as the whispers grew louder. She couldn't understand what they were saying, but she knew they were malevolent. And then she saw it. The creature emerged from the darkness, its eyes glowing with a cold, blue light. It was like nothing she had ever seen before, a massive, serpentine creature with rows of razor-sharp teeth and tentacles that seemed to stretch on forever. It stared at her with a cold, calculating gaze, as if it was trying to decide whether or not to attack. Sarah knew she was in danger. She knew she had to get out of there, but as she turned to swim away, she felt something wrap around her leg. It was one of the creature's tentacles, pulling her closer. She struggled and fought, but it was no use. The creature was too strong, and then she heard a voice that seemed to come from the depths of the ocean itself. "You should have stayed away," it said. Sarah screamed as the creature pulled her under, its tentacles wrapping around her body. She felt its teeth sinking into her flesh, felt the cold embrace of the ocean closing in and around her, and then everything went dark. When they found her body, it was covered in strange bite marks and bruises. The autopsy report said that she had drowned, but there was no explanation for the strange marks on her. The ocean had claimed another victim, and no one knew the real reason why we should fear the depths of the ocean. The news of Sarah's death spread quickly among the small coastal town where she lived and worked. Her colleagues at the marine research facility were devastated by her loss and wondered if they should continue their work. But Dr. Jameson, one of the lead researchers at the facility, was determined to find out what had happened to Sarah. He couldn't believe that the ocean had claimed her without reason. He decided to investigate Sarah's last dive, hoping to find some clue as to what had happened. Dr. Jameson retraced Sarah's dive, descending deeper and deeper into the water. He felt a sense of unease as he reached the same depth where Sarah had encountered the creature. He felt as though he was being watched. Suddenly, he heard the whispers. They were faint at first, but they grew louder and more insistent as he continued his descent. He couldn't make out what they were saying, but they seemed to be warning him of danger. And then he saw it. The creature emerged from the darkness, its eyes glowing with a cold, blue light. Dr. Jameson froze, feeling a sense of dread wash over him, but he didn't turn to swim away. He knew that he had to face the creature head-on. He swam towards the creature, his heart pounding in his chest. The creature seemed to hesitate for a moment, as if it was surprised that he wasn't running away, and then it attacked. Dr. Jameson fought with all his strength, but he knew that he was outmatched. The creature was too powerful. He felt its tentacles wrap around him, pulling him under, as he struggled to break free. He heard the same voice that Sarah had heard. "You should have stayed away," it said. And then everything went dark. When the search party found Dr. Jameson's body, it was covered in the same strange bite marks and bruises as Sarah's. The autopsy report said that he had drowned, but no one knew what had caused the marks on his skin. The marine research facility was shut down, and the town became a ghost town. The ocean had claimed two of its brightest minds, and no one knew what lurked in its depths. But as the years went by, rumors began to circulate among the locals. Some claimed to have seen strange lights in the water, while others spoke of whispers in their ears. And there were those who claimed that the creature still lurked in the depths, waiting for its next victim. The real reason why we should fear the depths of the ocean remained a mystery, and it was a mystery that would never be figured out. Years after the deaths of Sarah and Dr. Jameson, a new team of researchers arrived in the coastal town. They were determined to uncover the secrets of the ocean and discover what had happened to them. As they began their dives, they too heard the whispers and saw the strange lights in the water, but they were determined to push on to uncover the truth. It wasn't long before they encountered the creature that had claimed Sarah and Dr. Jameson. They watched in awe as it glided through the water, its tentacles stretching on forever, but they didn't run away. They knew that they had to face the creature head-on if they were going to discover the truth, and so they swam towards it, their hearts pounding in their chests. To their surprise, the creature didn't attack. It simply stared at them with its cold, calculating gaze, and then it spoke. "You should have stayed away," it said. But this time, there was something different in its voice. It sounded almost regretful. The researchers didn't know what to make of it. They had expected the creature to attack them, but instead, it seemed to be warning them away, and then it disappeared into the darkness. The researchers continued their dives, but they never encountered the creature again. They did, however, uncover a shocking truth about the ocean. It seemed that the creature wasn't the only thing lurking in the depths. The ocean was full of strange, otherworldly creatures, some of which had never been seen before. The researchers realized that the reason why we should fear the depths of the ocean wasn't because of one creature, but because of the unknown. The ocean was a vast, mysterious place full of secrets that were waiting to be uncovered. And so the researchers continued their work, determined to uncover the secrets of the ocean and shed light on the unknown. But they never forgot the warning of the creature that had claimed Sarah and Dr. Jameson. They knew that the ocean was a dangerous place and that they had to approach it with caution. But they also knew that the ocean was full of wonder and beauty and that it was worth exploring despite the risks. And so they dove deeper into the unknown with a newfound sense of respect and awe for the depths of the ocean. As the years went by, the researchers continued their work, diving deeper and deeper into the ocean and uncovering more and more of its secrets. They discovered new species of marine life, ancient ruins hidden in the depths, and even evidence of long-lost civilizations. But the warnings of the creature that had claimed Sarah and Dr. Jameson still echoed in their minds. They knew that there were dangers lurking in the ocean and that they could never let their guard down. One day, while on a routine dive, the researchers stumbled upon a strange object. It was a metal cylinder covered in strange symbols and markings. It seemed to emanate a strange energy, and the researchers felt a sense of unease as they approached it. As they examined the cylinder, they began to hear the whispers again. This time, they were clearer than ever before. They seemed to be coming from the cylinder itself. And then, without warning, the cylinder began to open. The researchers watched in horror as a dark, shadowy figure emerged from within. It was the creature that had claimed Sarah and Dr. Jameson. The creature didn't attack, but it didn't speak either. It simply stared at the researchers with its cold, calculating gaze. The researchers knew that they were in danger. They had heard the warnings, and they knew that the creature was not to be trifled with. But they also knew that they couldn't just leave. They had to learn more about the creature to uncover its secrets and understand its purpose. And so they stood there, frozen in fear and awe, as the creature continued to stare at them. And then, without warning, the creature disappeared back into the cylinder. The researchers were left standing there, wondering what had just happened. They knew that the ocean was full of mysteries and dangers, but they also knew that they couldn't turn away. They had to continue their work, to push the boundaries of what was known and discover the truth about the depths of the ocean. And so they dove deeper with a newfound sense of respect and caution, always on the lookout for the unknown and the unexpected. They knew that the ocean was a dangerous place, but they also knew that it was full of wonder and beauty waiting to be uncovered. As the researchers continued their dives, they discovered more and more of the secrets of the ocean. They found strange creatures, lost ruins, and even evidence of a long-forgotten civilization, but they could never shake the feeling of unease that had settled over them since encountering the creature that had claimed Sarah and Dr. Jameson. Then, one day, they stumbled upon a massive underwater cave. It was unlike anything they had ever seen before, with strange carvings covering the walls and a deep, foreboding feeling emanating from its depths. As they entered the cave, they felt a strange sensation wash over them. It was as if the cave itself was alive, pulsing with energy that they couldn't comprehend. And then they saw it. In the center of the cave was a massive, ancient artifact. It was unlike anything they had ever seen before, with intricate carvings and strange symbols covering its surface. As they approached the artifact, they felt a sense of dread wash over them. They knew that they shouldn't touch it, but they couldn't resist. And as they laid their hands on the surface, they felt a surge of energy wash over them. Suddenly, they were no longer in the cave. They were somewhere else entirely. It was dark and twisted, with strange creatures lurking in the shadows. And then they saw the creature that had claimed Sarah and Dr. Jameson, but this time it was different. It was larger, more menacing, and it spoke with a voice that shook them to their very core. "You should have stayed away," it said. "Now you are mine." The researchers tried to flee, but it was too late. The creature had claimed them, and they were lost to the depths of the ocean forever. They had become just another part of the mystery and the horror that lurked in the depths, never to be seen or heard from again. The ocean had claimed them, and it would continue to claim others like them, luring them in with the promise of knowledge and discovery, only to devour them in the end. The researchers had discovered the true reason why we should fear the depths of the ocean, but they had paid the ultimate price for that knowledge. Thank you to my superfans, Sweet Black Swan, Tacey, and Brooklyn. I really appreciate you guys supporting my channel, and I look forward to making more content for everyone.